Hello everyone, this is Damian Ramos, and this video is going to be a demo of roof design in Kwik Model. So for this first example, I found this really simple roof plan drawing from Google, and I put it down as the floor plan for this house. Normally, I wouldn't put down a roof plan as a floor plan for a project, but for the sake of this video, I'll just put it down so it's easily referenced and we can use it as a guide for when drawing a roof. And so for this project, I just put 2 rooms and then just added some windows and doors for visual purposes. And so now we could go into the roofs tab and add the roofs. So it's just going to be 2 roofs for this house, nothing too crazy. So a big one right here, that's going to be the main roof for this house. So I just drag those white handles to the corners of the house. And I'm going to drag these pitch handles to match the roof plan and give it a height of 4 feet. And we're just going to add the second one down here. Once again, just grab the handles, drag them to the corners like so, and then just adjust these roof pitch handles and give it a height of 4 feet like so. And go back, make sure that roof is the main roof. Alright, and that is the roof for this project. Very simple, just got to add 2 roofs, line them up properly, give them the right height. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a pretty simple HVAC system to this house, and we can get a look at how it's going to fit into the roof for this house. Alright, so I got this HVAC system done for this house. Now we can see how it's going to fit into our roof by clicking this roof icon right here. And you can see a couple of the ducts are poking out, those back ones right there, and then that front one a little bit. So we're just going to go into these ducts and just adjust the angles and the size, make sure that they will fit in properly into our roof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them a bit closer to the middle of the roof where there's more space, there's more height, and that will fit nicely into that roof. Alright, just a little more adjusting we need to do to these 2 ducts. Probably just move them a bit closer to the middle, like so. When I was editing this video, I realized I forgot to show off one useful tip for when you're adjusting your ducts, and that's with the 90-degree and end registers. So for instance, I had this one duct poking out a bit from the roof, as you can see. And instead of adjusting it, resizing the duct, it can be a bit of a pain to do that. You can select the registers, click on the register, and it goes to the bottom left in this drop down, and we have the options for 90-degree and end registers. So first I'll show the 90-degree. Alright, it didn't adjust properly, so I'll just go ahead and redo that duct real quick. Sometimes this just happens, it's a little error. Alright, there it is. So it makes the duct attached to the register at a 90-degree angle and makes it closer to the ground and with less of a curve like the other ducts have. And same thing with the end register. So it's nice and flat, fits right onto the roof like so. So definitely keep this in mind when designing your HVAC system and you need ducts to fit into some tight spaces. There we go. Everything is inside the roof, nice and tucked in. So a main reason for adding a roof to your project is to see how the HVAC system you want to design for it is going to fit within your roof and the rest of the house. And that's what we're able to do with this first demo. We added a new HVAC system and we were able to fit it into our roof that we made accordingly to the roof plan that we were provided with. And so that's going to be it for this first demo of roof design. Now we can move on to drawing a slightly more complex roof in the next example. Alright, here's that second roof plan we're going to be working with today. You can see it's got a bit more of a complex design to it. At first glance, it looks like it's going to be 3 roofs that we're going to need for this project, but it's actually going to be 4 because that right side of the house is not lined up. It's not one large roof, but actually 2 small ones that we're going to be needing. So here's a diagram of the roofs we're going to place down for this house. And the middle is going to be the largest and the main roof for this project. So now we figured that out, we can add our roofs for it. Here are the rooms I added and some windows and doors on those rooms. So I'll start with the big main roof that's in the middle of this house. Making sure to line it up with that dark border that surrounds the entire house. Our roof's going to have a bit of an overhang. And then we're going to do a height of 6 feet for this roof. Just making sure to line it up properly with the roof plan. And then giving it 6 feet for height. Alright, let's do the small one on the top left. For this one, I gave it a height of 4 feet. I did this roof drawing before recording as practice, and I found that these height values worked best with the plan. Normally you would have your roof heights given in your roof plans or the general house plans, but this one does not have that, so I had to improvise. So we're doing the top right one now. At first I forgot to line it up with the dark borders that surrounds the entire house, the overhang, so it's not lining up properly. So I had to go back and redo it, make sure it actually lines up, and hit the tab key to rotate your roof. And for this one, I did a roof height of 5 feet. Alright, now to the last one at the bottom right here. This one took a little bit of fidgeting to get lined up properly with the rest of the roof, the rest of the house roof. But I found that a height of 4.5 feet worked best with this plan and the rest of the roof. So that's what I ended up doing here. Alright, and that's going to be it for this roof drawing. Taking out a 2D view, getting all the views. It's looking really nice. Everything looks to be lined up. Those two smaller roofs at the right side, they do go into that bigger one a little bit. But honestly, it's not a big deal. I'd rather have this over having some gaps in between the roofs. So now I'll go ahead and make a HVAC system off screen and show you how it's going to fit into our roof. Alright, the HVAC system is done. Now let's see how it's going to fit into our roof. Alright, everything looks to fit really nicely. That one duct right there is poking out a little bit, but that is a very easy fix. Just tuck it in a little bit, adjust it real quick. So yeah, this is a very simple HVAC system. I'm sure even if a more complex one with more registers, more ducts, more energy features will fit in really nicely with this roof. It's got a lot of room to play with. And there you go. That's the second example of roof design in Kwik Model. Something a little harder, but very doable with the right planning and use of tools. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you found this useful, and thank you for watching.